Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and get the melee attack working. So one of the things we have to do first, forgot to mention it last part. We want to go to the B weapon that we created, and on the skeletal mesh for that weapon, you want to open it up and add the start and end sockets to it. So here I have it opened up. We're gonna add 2 sockets here. Alright, remember where they were located. Alright, because this is skeletal mesh, so we go over here to the skeleton tree, and we're gonna add socket, 2 of them. You're gonna name one of them start, and the other one end. You have to make sure these sockets match what we have on the hero blueprint. I still have it open up over here. So like on the AGR Combat Manager, we have the start and end socket trace names. So these two have to match what's on the skeletal mesh to work correctly. So with the start socket, you want to select it and move it towards near the hilt. For the end socket, this one to be, you want to move this near the end of the sword. That, go ahead and save it. So now when we play an animation with the AGR trace set up correctly, you know, where we set our start and end, it's gonna trace from this location near the end socket over here. And that's what's gonna happen every time it swings. So with that set up, now let's go get our gameplay ability working. So let's go back to where we created in our sword folder and open up the gameplay ability Mighty Sword. Open the full blueprint. So one of the first things we're gonna do here, we're gonna drag it off, commit the ability. Here we could do a branch. There. This is like a basic ability. I'm not gonna make any combos or anything. So for here, we're just gonna want to play a montage and wait. That. First thing we're gonna do is for this one, we'll just promote this to a variable so we can, you know, pick what animations we want through the blueprint. I'll leave everything else as default. Over here, we just want to end the ability once it finishes. Drag all of these over here. Pretty much when any of these conditions happen, we'll just end the ability. What you want to do from here is we're gonna, well, let's first test this out just to make sure it's playing well. So we start. I'm here in the shooter gym level still. Grab a weapon. If I hit left click, nothing's happening. But let's hit the ability right. Ah, right. Of course, nothing's happening because I did not set an animation. Mighty Sword. Here, we'll just select the sword attack that we created. I'll save. Now let's play. Pick up the weapon. And now we are swinging our weapon. Of course, the Greystone animation is a little weird. That looks real bad. But this is working for now. It's probably better to have the animation be root motion for now. Well, full body, that is. So let's open that up and we could change it from upper body to full body so it doesn't look completely weird. Back and play. There we go. That. Let's spawn an enemy so we can start testing the damage being applied. So here we're gonna spawn one bot. So right now if we go and play, we have one enemy, and right now nothing's gonna happen, but here you can see the trace hits are at least marking that they hit the character. So now we just gotta register the damage and apply it to the target. So with that, let's go back into the melee attack. What we're gonna do is, while this montage is playing, we want to drag off this node right here and do a wait for gameplay event. The one we're gonna wait for is the melee hit. That, go ahead and get some information. So when we're gonna send this gameplay event from the character blueprint by listening for the combat manager on hit event. So when that happens, we can, get the payload here, right? We're going to drag off the event received, put a string message for now, just to say, we hit something there. What we want to do is the payload is, kind of how you define it, but you can expect the gameplay event data. And what we're gonna have on here is the target should be the hit actor that we're hitting. So one of the first things we would want to check is, are they a friendly enemy or not? So with that, we could go over here and click on the shooter core content folder and look for GA_melee. This is the gameplay ability that's used with the weapon melee attack. They have a function right here to check if, if the character's on the same team or not. So what we can do is just highlight that, copy it, and bring it into our melee sword ability. Paste that here. So when we hit something, we get the event data, connect it here, and we want to check if that target is on the same team or not. So that, if they're on a different team, we're gonna want to apply damage to it. So we'll apply the gameplay effect to target. Some of the data we're gonna need here is a right click up here and get ability system component from actor info. This is gonna be dragged into the target. You want to make sure you drag off of this and do the apply effect to target. Then I'll give us what we wanted to see. There, we could drag this in here. And for the gameplay effect, we can promote this to a class. That way you can kind of choose what gameplay effects to apply to the target if you want to do something different later on. And from there, only thing we need now is the context and the target. Target in this case will be the enemy's ability system component. So you want to drag up target and get ability system component. Slap that in here. And as for the contacts, we'll send that through the event data. So you can just grab this contacts handle and bring it over here. Then from there, go over here and execute gameplay queue. On owner, and from there we'll have melee hit. What you want to do is right click first, make gameplay queue parameters under ability up here. Then we can drag it up here and do the execute on owner. This is what we're going to drag over here. What we want to do here is the melee hit, so we have the sound. There we go. Now I can save this. And with that, we just have to send the gameplay event now. So when we attack with this one, then we get a hit, we'll get that gameplay event. So for that, let's go to the hero shooter mannequin. You can add a new event graph. It's called collision. And what you want to do is click on the AGR Combat Manager, and then on the right over here, just hit the plus sign by the on attack hit event. So this is going to be the last step that we need to get the melee dares happening. So first things first, we're going to grab this one here, and what we want to do is add a unique. Part of that as well is grab this and break it, expand this. Now we have information for the hit actor. So with that, let's grab the AGR Combat Manager. We're gonna get the ignored actors. That add unique. We want to add the hit actor in here. Let's format this a little bit. So this is just saying, you know, on the first hit we have on this actor, we want to add it into the ignore actors list. That way we're not getting multiple hits in one little swing. There. We could also go over here, do a print string, and we're gonna do like a format text. Right click, format text. Drag that in here. And we could do put some information messages here, like that was hit. Enter, we get the little thing, and we could drag the actor in here so we know who was hit. And there, drag off this, we're gonna do an add hit result. And just get the rest of this going first. We'll fill up the data as we go. We want to send the gameplay event actor, and this one will be the event gameplay melee hit. gameplay event melee hit. So with that, we just got to get the information needed for these two nodes. For this one, the hit that we're going to need is this one right here. And then from there, the rest of the information is going to come from the actor. So first thing we want to do with this one is get the ability target data from actor. Make a gameplay event data. And this gameplay event data is what we're going to send in as the payload. So that only other information we need is the target and the instigator. So for instigator, we could get a reference to self. Put that in instigator. Target will be the hit actor. What we also want to do is get the effect context. We're gonna from the reference themselves, we're gonna get ability system component, Lyra version, component. There we go. Lyra ability system component. Make an effect context. This one will go up here as well as down here. And with that, we should be able to do some damage, and let's test that out. Save. It's a little spaghetti code on my screen, but tutorials, right? Play. Pistol swing and a attack. Let's see. What are we missing here? Alright, so we're at least getting the print message. What are we missing? Took a small little break. Alright, so I just gonna give one of the first things that I forgot to do. Was over here when we create the variable for the gameplay effect, we gotta assign what effect we're gonna apply. So over here we'll use the already created one for melee damage. We'll just apply that one, save. Then one other thing we have to do is back here on the shooter mannequin, we gotta add the actor that we're gonna send the gameplay event to. So in our case, we're gonna send the event to ourselves, which should hit the event over here, and then from there we can, check if that actor we hit was the same team or not. So with that, just save. Sure everything else is saved. Start. You can go over here, get the weapon, and there we go. The tracing on this one's a little weird because, if you're too close, it won't hit. But, once you're in the right range, you'll be applying damage right away. That, yeah, there we go. So now we got Randy working with Lyra. Thank you for watching.